Well, we had a pretty good night celebrating. Killed a goat.
This whole adventure started when I drew a mountain goat tag for the rugged mountains of Idaho. I knew nothing about the species and even less about the ridges where they spent the entire year battling it out with Mother Nature, most often victorious. At one time or another, I heard that the elk hunter stops where the sheep hunter starts, the goat hunter starts where the sheep hunter stops, and the goat hunter stops at the top. I found this to be true. The sheep hunter is wise, but the elk hunter must be lazy, because I found elk wherever I found goats. The difference being in getting to the goats. I spent 13 total days scouting mountain goats in 5 different drainage systems, finding dozens and dozens of goats, and building a list, one shooter billy for each tag holder in the unit, so that no matter what, I would find success. When I drew the tag, the first person I called was my buddy Mitchell. He was working. He was actually busy. Couldn't pick up the phone. He's the only guy crazy enough, and I knew who would be excited when asked to go with me. He and his faithful string of pack goats made this into a backcountry adventure I will never forget. Domestic goats packing a mountain goat. That might be a first.
It's coming.
We need now. cooler down. When he found it for us, it rolled 500 feet in elevation down. She knew right where it went. There, she's got it. Fell off the saddle.
The key to losing your cooler in the backcountry is to make sure it's empty. Drink all the beer before it rolls down the mountain. If there's anything the goats hate doing, it's crossing streams. It could be 2 inches wide or wide like this one. This was my last weekend scouting that I filmed or took any pictures, and I was getting pretty nervous. I had decided early on that I was going to try use my bow, and at least for a weekend or maybe the first part of September, to try and get my mountain goat down. And I had yet to find a goat, let alone a billy goat, that was bedded or had been hanging out in a place I thought I could stalk into with my bow. I packed a few bush lights to bring with me up the mountain, and the goat knocked them over and they broke on the rocks in the parking lot. And rather than just dump them out, I thought I'd see if the goats wanted a drink for the ride up. On the hike in, almost immediately, we found that big billy. He was glowing in the sun on the opposite side of the drainage, and eventually worked his way down into the timber. And by the time we made it up high to where we were going to camp, he popped out down below us in the timber with the elk.
both are like crappy 6s.
Mm-hmm. Could use a year, you know.
Yeah, I'd pass them.
Opening morning found us exactly like the night before left us. We knew where both billy goats were that were in this main drainage, including the big shooter billy that I would love to put my tag on. Fortunately, he beds in an area that I just cannot get to with my bow. And even though I did bring my rifle, I had set out a goal to shoot one with my bow, so that's what I was going to stick to.
Alright, Jake left about 45 minutes ago. And he is right there. The mountain goat he's trying to shoot. Somewhere right up in here, we can't quite see him. I think he's behind a tree, but haven't seen him in a while, so he might have to get close and find him himself.
Climbing up after a lone goat here. Got about 700 feet, I think, so far. Another 120 to go. Is over there on the other side. And there's two real nice billies bedded down here, but they're at archery range, so trying to get it done with the bow. So put a stock on this billy up here first. See what happens. Hell yeah. It's about 65 yards right now, just waiting for the wind to pick up. Pretty steep right here. A lot of rocks falling. We'll see if I can get in on them. Is this real? I might cry. I've never in my life ever experienced anything like this. He's not the biggest billy in here, but he's freaking, I got him with my bow. See in a bit. Holy balls. Here comes Mitchell and the goats. Holy. Well, I found my arrow. Found some blood. And I found my goat. Thank goodness for trees and triples there. He first flipped right there. Shot him in the shade of that tree from that green tree just back there, 54 yards. And I think we got ourselves our once in a lifetime Idaho mountain goat with a bow. I don't even know what to say. Just completely at a loss for words. Let's go check them out. Now I know what you're thinking. These pants were sewn up by my wife's grandmother, and they're lucky. Jesus.
Well, Jake, tell me what happened here.
Well, it's opening day of Idaho Once in a Lifetime Mountain Goat, and I made a goal to kill him with my bow, and here we are. So, shot him at, I don't know, 2 o'clock or so, put like a 3-hour stock on him. Got to 54 yards and there's just too much scree. Big rock slide came out, so I jumped in front of a bush and drew and shot him at, I think, 54-ish. And watched him go down, which is, I think, rare for mountain goats. And then they did the usual belly flop, tumbled all the way down the hill, like 200 feet. And he got caught in some trees. So I think it's about as good as it gets. Found my arrow. I just, it's crazy it happened so fast.
Right on. Yeah, that was a hike to get up here. Is what, over 1,000 feet just to get up to the top here?
Yeah, 1,000 feet. And I don't know, you can see the tarp in camp where we were glassing from this morning. It's probably
Camp is
3/4 of a
over
mile.
here.
Yeah, so burner to get over here. Lone bedded goat. We were pretty confident it was a billy. That was another goal, was make sure I get a billy. So
That was pretty cool. I was watching from camp and seeing Jake draw and shoot, and didn't know if it was a good hit. I seen him hunch, but blood just started pouring out and he didn't go far, so that was...
yeah, I ranged where he
That was
tipped over the
awesome.
first time. If I shot at 54, he made it 29 yards, and then that was it. So
And we brought our other goat friends with us here. They're gonna help pack out this guy. I don't know if they're too excited. They weren't too happy coming up here. They were panting pretty good.
yep. Oh, took the blood samples, did all that for the game and fish. Now we'll cut them up, take them home,
Right on. Let's get to it.
get after it. Does it look sick? Does it look
Yeah.
sick for it? Sick for it?
Sick for it. Come on, goats, let's go.
Now, I'd be lying if I didn't say I have mixed emotions on how this went. I only got to hunt for 1 day, and it wasn't even a full day. 3 hours of glassing, 1 hour to hike into 100 yards, and 2 hours sneaking into 54 yards before I let an arrow go. That is the only time I will put a tag with my name on it on a mountain goat in Idaho. And honestly, probably anywhere. I told myself I would get done with a bow, I just didn't expect it to be on the only stock I would go on. That billy goat is the only goat I had seen all year in a place that I was confident I could kill it with my bow. Thank you, Mitchell, for turning this hunt into luxury rather than the normal backpacking, freeze-dried, no beers type of grind fest. Here's to the next one. Lo and behold, we get back to camp. We're cooking up some chicken fajitas, and that big Billy is 500 yards from camp across the drainage from us. Probably could have killed him with my bow. Bird in the hand.
Well, we had a pretty good night celebrating. Killed a goat. This is camp. Got all the good stuff. Got Red Bulls, chicken tacos, got coffee going. Got everything we need.
Packing out a mountain goat country here, hiking out with the goats. Pretty quick rip, but what an experience. Had a ton of fun, learned a lot, hunted an animal that I'll never get to hunt again in Idaho for myself. So, yeah.
One for you, one for me.
That you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. One is the loneliest number that you'll